Ladies and gents, how you going? It is 10:03. Where are we? What are we? What are we here? We are. It's 10:03:47 Tuesday, December 5th. I've got a casual day. I will be getting my hair cut and catching up on emails, writing some letters for people, and I'll make a video this afternoon on the guys, Zach and Adam and others. The ladies are still working away. I'm not going to tell you what they're up to. We're going to go into more security mode, but they have some very interesting context. So over time now, especially, I will be devoting one day a week to where I do nothing but refine paperwork, and I want to get a little booklet made up. I've asked people to do it, but it seems I'm going to have to do it. I'm not going to wait a year and a half for 5 people to fucking fuck me around for a year and a half and fuck you around. Now, you may have seen Zach, the Google whistleblower, up there. I'm going over. He asked me not to record the Zoom meeting, but I did record it because he showed me before hanging out with Roger Stone. I just went, dang, Roger Stone, you're hanging out doing martinis with him with about 8 other people in Florida. And I went, I think I'll be recording this. He said some very interesting things. I may edit some small bits out, anything I think is private. Now, when I put a picture up of us together on YouTube, just a picture, I got a warning from YouTube asking to consider taking it. They didn't take it down, but they asked me to consider taking it down because I had a complaint from Zach about some sort of privacy issue. I said, I'm sorry, you're a public figure, number one. He's dreaming. And I want to stir the pot up on this guy. This Pat Berge gave me some interesting info on who he hangs around. It's the whole Fling crew. So Zach Moronis is right there on the Fling crew. And I notice he hasn't shrunk away. He's all over Twitter. So he's a public figure, so I will be publishing this. This is the guy who says, I owe it to James O'Keefe not to talk about Israel and Jewish power and the political Zionist movement. I just went, what? Why are we even fucking talking then? You want to talk, you're praising me, you're kissing my ass, but let's not talk about Israel and Jewish power and the political Zionist movement. This is over 2 years ago. So I'll publish it. I might just keep it for patrons only. Let's get the little shit for brains, Zach, in a huff. And anyone that comes to you and says, why are we not talking? Do you understand how they're approaching everyone? Approaching Whitney Webb? Just turn it down on that. But you can release this little bit. This is the way they do it. And the little whores, the little attention-seeking pieces of shit fall for it. Pat Berg, that's why I like Pat. We don't disagree. It's more a matter of focus, really. It's more a matter of focus stuff. And, you know, he's got kids and that, and I forget that. I've got nothing, and I've got a bit of a martyrdom syndrome where I wouldn't mind being martyred as long as I live stream the fucking thing. And I die beautifully. Like literally, I literally think like that. I'm not a normal person. Yeah, Pat's always got interesting things to say, and I want to try and get a weekly Friday night show with him. Might even be able to live stream it on Rumble, but we've got to get rid of Flynn and the crew, that piece of shit Flynn, who Zach, what's his name? He's part of those crews. The Roger Stone, they're all drug trafficking, drug money laundering, those big mega churches. And we're doing an investigation into that. Someone's been going down and taking hidden cameras, which is freaking fascinating. Thank you for that. No, we can't see any drugs being dealt, but just the people are off their fucking heads. It is Israel City. It's been a beautiful system they've set up. How they've infiltrated. See, it's part of the infiltration game of the Schofield Bible stuff. Pray for Israel on your knees to Israel. The way you break it, of course, is to point out that most of these people aren't even Jews. Your precious Jews aren't even there. They're Russians. They're GRU. They're filthy commies. Filthy commies? Yeah, they've infiltrated Israel. It's a great way to break it up. But the church is a very heavy part of that political Zionist movement. It's a very heavy part of Netanyahu, espionage, Arnold Milchan. Who's friends with Arnold Milchan? Oh, Keanu Reeves. Who's friends with Keanu Reeves? Alex Jones. Fancy see the network, Roger Stone. This whole network's going to come undone. I promise you, the next 1 to 2 years, you're going to see revelations you won't believe. You're going to see revelations straight out of a fucking spy novel. Unfortunately, the Biden crew are such slimy, greasy pieces of shit. I mean, where do we go? Is there any chance in America there's someone like a Ted Cruz, but cool and not a fuckwit? Can we just get someone who's, maybe he cheated on his wife once and he's very guilty about it. Just someone normal. Maybe he watched Pornhub. Not that I don't know anything about that, but I hear people watch porn. Yeah, just something, and just normal Christian stuff. A Catholic, an Irish, Italian Catholic who knows he's going to hell and is not so caught up in this waspy fucking purity bullshit. Just a normal, failed, fallible human being. An earthy human being. Is it possible there's someone in fucking America who can run for fucking president? or Speaker of the House? Are they all shit for brains, scum, organised crime? Yes, they are. Well, something's got to change. So you want to change the world? Get involved with state and federal authorities, your state and federal counterterrorism, your Congress people. Start. Everybody I know who's taken in a great little letter, and that's why I'm going to be dedicating 1 day a week from now on to doing nothing but this and working with people and producing booklets. All right. I've got enough money now, or I've saved enough money. We can start spending a few $1,000s on a top graphic. I don't want favors. I just want a graphics designer who understands the basic issues, and I can work, and we get some really shit hot materials and then customize, but actually get it done and not talk about it for a fucking year and fuck around and focus on ridiculous issues that everyone knows about. But anyway, it's just God. You want something done? Do it yourself. Do it yourself. Anyways, I will introduce some of this stuff that's been going on. I got a friend doing a speech soon in a week. I thought it was today, but it's in a week. And I quickly did up a speech for him on what's going on in Gaza. It's all the Peace Now crowd. There'll be Jewish community representatives. There'll be Israeli hardcore Zionists, Israeli first to scum there. There'll be Greenie left. There'll be traditional left. There'll be conservative scumbag Sky News. It's a big meeting. And he's got 5 minutes. This guy's going into federal politics eventually. Again, we don't agree on anything, but he's sincere. That's what I want. I want sincerity. Okay, and he's a good mix, actually. He's a small business owner, lefty, old school left union movement kind of person, but big on businesses, encouraging business and small, but fucking these giant transnational corporations. So I actually really like him. And he's just a fucking good guy. Stood by me for years now. Thank God for him. And if you know who you are, when I was really down and suicidal in 2017, I was back from Iran. I was devastated. Malaysia was in turmoil with the 1MDB whale scandal, and it was the worst time. It wasn't just, I'm feeling down and frustrated. It was a void. It was different. It was demonic. It was cold. It was ice cold. It was a horrible feeling. 3 days. I remember that 3 days. Chilly. I was chilled in my room. They say the devil is ice cold. Might be. But, these people that, good people, you only need 4 or 5 really good people in your life. And that's, if you're lucky, you'll die with 4 to 5 good people. He's one of them. So we'll get all these little things going. It's not going to bring in big money. We're not going to become superstars. We're not going to get on Redacted and Glenn Beck and Fox News and all the rest of the shit. But I just wish, so much good stuff's coming out, on CNN and stuff. And it's like, could we just have someone who's decent? But that's the beauty of polarization and radicalization. That's the beauty of it, because you sort of got nowhere to go. So if you go after Fox and Murdoch and Kissinger, you like the other side, and they're raving lunatics with their own problems. And it's like, oh God. But that's the beauty of the system. That's the beauty of the system they've created. Polarization, radicalization. You energize, and you can't have that middle of the ground conversation. Then you've got to clarify your position. You sound like CNN, because all the good stuff, I'm sorry, is on MSNBC and CNN. Some of the revelations coming out in these small, tiny channels with James Bamford. Man, that last video I did, I was blown away. But I did download that video. But what happened? I have no memory of it whatsoever. But that was a really bad time. That was when, with Mike Gill and that, I was devastated. That's exactly around that time when he refused to hand over the material. I thought, my God, I've risked my fucking life for nothing for this cunt, Mike Gill. Anyways, where's Patrick? Hey, Patrick, we're Howie. Thought we were best buddies. We're going to be doing interviews. Yeah, fucking piece of shit. You're another piece of shit right in with that Flynn fucking crowd. Execute the fucking lot of those fuckers. And I mean it literally. America, you got to clean up that January the 6th. Flynn was intimately involved. They were all private contractors. Some had German accents. They were roaming around creating chaos. Even Mike Gill said he warned fucking Trump not to fucking do the January 6th thing, that it would be a setup and it would be a disaster, just like Charlottesville. Sure enough, who was there in fucking Trump's ear? Flynn. Flynn's his fucking handler and's got the fucking dirty goods on him, unfortunately. I'm sorry. All right? You remember when Bannon told Ivanka to fuck off in the Oval Office, and he thought, well, I'm done now. Trump's going to fire me. And he couldn't believe it. According to Bannon, Trump turned to Ivanka and said, baby, why don't you and Jared go back to New York? Why can't Trump get rid of fucking Kushner and Ivanka? Because he's compromised. But he has, to a large degree, got rid of them. Look, he's all there is. He's got a radical audience that is desperate for change. And it's not all just white. people from Georgia. All right, there's a lot of different people in there, a lot of very pro-business business owners, Koreans, you know, all sorts of people. So blacks, Latino, it's in there, and that's where you can do some work. Introduce this material into the Trump towers. It's vital that you do that and take it seriously. Even if you're a radical leftist, do you want to win the war or not? Because let me tell you, if the US ship and its constitution goes down over the next 10 or 20 years, I don't believe it will, but I'm worried about other things. America becomes too powerful, becomes Pax Americana, and it just becomes as bad as the shit for brains that, you know, because unfortunately eugenics and getting rid of people, it sort of transcends. It's not just a Jewish Zionist Masonic thing. It's, you know, when you get a lot of money and get power and privilege, you tend to want to start controlling things. And it's, remember the Ring of Power, even little Frodo, the Hobbit, little humble Hobbit, even he couldn't give up the Ring of Power, could he? That's the danger. With great power comes great responsibility. That's why US Constitution, the Republic, you can't lose it. So no matter your fucking politics, if you're a sincere commie or a sincere whatever, just remember, if the US Constitution goes down, we've got no ship to fight over. Anyway, gents, this is just a quick catch up. I want to stir the pot with good old Zach. What he said is too much gold, and you hang around fucking Roger Stone and you start making bullshit excuses for the James O'Keefe Flynn crowd. I wouldn't piss on Flynn if he was on fire. Him, his fucking son, or his brother. I'd do worse to him. Physically not assaulting Flynn if he was in the same room. I think I'd rather assault him than Netanyahu, and that's saying something. That's saying something. Because everyone knows what fucking Netanyahu is. Flynn is a traitorous fucking snake. He's part of that fucking Saudi, Israeli, Turkey, Russia, secondary weapon sales, drugs, and drug money laundering that Kay Griggs told us about, Sibel Edmonds in 2006 told us about and killed the messenger, the FBI whistleblower. That is a network Flynn is involved in. And they're running and laundering drug money through those mega churches. Oh man, I would go to Florida and I would just bold as brass with a big smirk on my face, head down to that shit. Amen, brothers and sisters. My knees, why your knees sore, brother? I've been praying for Israel all night. Oh, can I get an amen? Pass the drugs and the drug money laundering fucking money. Far out. All right, lads and ladies, let's start some letter writing and let's get more good quality material. And I'll talk about you guys and your letters this afternoon.